Hello. Welcome in, everyone. How we all doing this lovely evening? Awesome, Zeeks. You get some good celery, and yeah, it can be some strong stuff. Used to have this celery, it used to grow like absolutely wild back in my raised bed before we changed out all the dirt and got completely rid of it, but it basically grew mad. Yeah, it was a celery, but it was a celery that was designed as a cutting celery. So it had this very, very, very strong, potent flavor. Had very flavorful leaves, but it didn't. It was way too fibery. It was like chewing on a log. Hey, Kip, how you been? Welcome in. Not a fan of the stringiness? Not that I am. Coffee. That is way off. There's no way. Yeah. Scale. What's going on here, Scale? What's underneath you? Oh, it's because I'm using the worn part of my cutting board. It's where all my cutting was until I decided to flip the board around. I actually got to get this board replaned now. Keeping it properly oiled is great, but after solid use for, what, 5 years now? I've had that thing for a while. I've had it longer than 5 years, I think, but I think I've seriously been using it about 5 years. Oops, I was supposed to let that settle a bit longer. Well, that's either a Coast Guard or a military helicopter going by. Get a little bit of everything since, I mean, as the crow flies, we're less than 30 minutes from the coast, but it's a much longer drive. So, found a replacement for the Woodford Reserve in the liquor cabinet. I'm using the excuse of using bourbon and tonight's salmon as a reason to have gotten that. Why are you making noise? You're supposed to stop heating. Poor cup. Still using that heavy cream, but mostly because I have it already and I haven't bought half and half. Cheers, everyone. Welcome in. As you can see, we have completed, now completely dried. I went a bit drier than I want them, and they're like dried. So I'm going to use them as garnishes and stuff like that. But if you'd caught them earlier, if I had caught them earlier and not dried them out completely, amazing chewy candy. Amazing. I'm still going to chew on them, but they're going to be chewy and more chewy than... Alright, so I need that. I need... let's see here. That's not what I wanted. Okay. To start cooking tonight, we're gonna make some bread. Oops, should have measured that first. Need that zeroed out. That'll work. So 250. I don't know why I'm doing this. My head is not in the game tonight. I need this for later. Okay. Yeast, sugar. I ask again, why is it my cat? A little bit over there. I was shooting for 250 on the flour. Actually, it's flour. We can get that exact. And then I have some bread flour here somewhere. There we go. And then we got our pecans, which I am going to measure separately. But we want about 20-30 grams. Ooh, that was less than I thought it was. Let's double that up. Hi, chat. You like that view? Is it working for you? And while our yeast wakes up, never look in a man's head the same. You apparently missed me giving a close-up there, Bun Buns. So I got a good chop on all of those now. So we'll add all of our pecans in with that bread. Flour. A little pinch of salt. Yeast is starting to wake up there. Yep, I'm making the bread both so that I have bread for dinner tonight, but that way I can also use it for salmon salad sandwiches as leftovers. And so I'm going to make the mayo, I'm going to cut the veg all up for the salmon salad sandwich, and then I can just take the cold salmon tomorrow and mix it in with that, and I've got sandwiches. To be honest, I was thinking I was going to do salmon regardless of what the vote ended up being in Discord earlier because, well, frankly, it was on sale. It's not the greatest looking salmon I've ever bought, but I'm sure it'll be tasty. A little funny considering Yeah. I was just talking about being close to the Pacific. This is Atlantic salmon. Oh, we can get this mixed together before we move on. I thought I cleaned you. Alright, so getting some foaming going on there. That yeast is obviously awoken. So it's going to be a 75% hydration, roughly, using... Actually, it's going to be less than that with the extra pecans in there. But close enough that you get what I mean. You saw what I was putting in here. We got about 250 grams of AP. Got about 100 grams, maybe a little less of bread, and 250 water. I don't know, maybe someone can correct me on my math there. I'm sort of thinking about that and thinking that, yeah, that's not really 75. It's bread, though. Nope. It's the same list as actually yesterday. I just expanded upon it. I added, I don't know, maybe 20 songs about 30 minutes ago. Okay, so just a really light knead on that. Mostly just getting it mixed together. Didn't even fully get it mixed together. Gonna let that proof. Let that hang out and do its thing. On top of our lovely orange syrup that we have now from our oranges. This is, syrup. I reduced that down for quite a while. Oh yeah, you should look at the weather reports, everyone, if you haven't been. It is certainly looking like it's going to be a white Christmas. For those in the Midwest, I'm going to suggest you bundle up right now. But it's going to be cold even all the way down into Florida and Texas this week. And Florida and Texas don't do well with cold. So now we're working on pie dough. Buying this Clover European style stuff. I don't know if I mentioned this the other night, or because it's on clearance. So you can buy European style high fat butter for less than their regular butter price, apparently. Because they probably rightfully realize that if people are going to want European style butter, they're probably going to buy European style butter or European butter itself. What's going on here with the cameras? Oh, I just hit it. Okay. You're laughing at myself. Hey, Cosmic, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm just going to cut all this butter into the flour. Nice. Vacay time. Big plans or just relaxation around home time? Staycation? Family time? Maybe a little of all of it? So we're just cutting this until it... Oh. Pea-sized pieces. We're pretty close to that right now. That's all we're looking for. With or without it in my coffee. So some nice cold water, cold as you can get it out of the tap. Ice water if you're preparing ahead of time. There's going to be about a third of a cup in there. I don't really want to get my hands involved as much as possible because I don't want to warm up that butter really at all. Alright, I'm going to take that and throw that into the refrigerator. Just like that. Just mostly combined. Arrgh. Next we need to make the actual filling for our pie. And thanks for hanging out with us, Buns. You know, that's sort of a true statement for me. It was... I went and got my... When I was a kid, like, carryable kid, I got my dad to shave his beard. And it was because I hated... I was carryable, so I was hanging out next to him all the time. It was all scratchy. I didn't like it as a kid. And now I absolutely... Yeah. So I'm melting some butter there on the stove. I've said before I've been willing to make it a sub goal. Unless I'm going bald, I'm not hiding that gray. So we'll add all the easy stuff to add in here. Just a scotch brown sugar. Where's the scotch? Don't even ask me how to spell it. Says someone that doesn't want to be old enough to have it. Or says no one. I don't know. What is that? Salt. Regular sugar. So we got roughly a cup of white sugar in there, along with our little bit of brown sugar. Eggs. I'm going to add both vanilla and bourbon to this. We'll start with the vanilla. That works for me too, label, if you just want to completely come off. I don't need you on there halfway. Just get rid of the label entirely. And there we have the yummy insides to our pecan pie. So we just need to mix these together. Before I get to that though, I'm going to make my topping for my salmon. Let's see how this does with the roller versus chopping them. And we're not worried about the little bit of raw egg that's getting on these because they're going in the oven. Right, chat? Might need more than this. That's unusual. I don't remember celery or other having that potent of a smell to it. You sure it was celery? You don't live twice, Buns. Okay, that'll work. That one I just directed right down at the mic. My apologies to anyone with headphones. So we need bourbon involved, obviously, since I said that was going to be involved here. We're going to need some brown sugar, since I said that was going to be involved. Or I don't know if I put that in the menu or not, but or in the dinner command or not. But the idea was brown sugar, bourbon, and pecan. Light blue and red. Sports car I have no problem with. Light blue and red. Like, they're both amazing colors. Together? Salt. Heavy salt since this is going on the salmon. Black pepper. MSG. Let's see, this is going to decide it for me. I don't know if I have it. Yep, I don't have it. So I'm using an egg instead. Is it like that powder blue that I saw everything Dodge in a couple of years ago? Like, local dealership here, I think they had this like powder baby blue color and they put it on everything. It's a pretty color. It's just they just put it on everything. It was a pretty color. I'm making it sound worse than. Okay, egg is binder there. We got our salmon. We need a tray to put this on. I'm thinking I might be getting ahead of myself here with the salmon, but I'm going to set it up to go in the oven regardless. So, we got our tray. We've got our on sale salmon. It might be on sale entirely because who's eating salmon right now? I am going to give these a rinse since they still have scales visible on the top of them there. Yeah, this place that I got this from is my local cheapy seafood place to go to. And they don't seem to like to scale their fish either. There's always scales on their fish. There's other places that I go to that much pricier, but you're not gonna find scales on your stuff, at least regularly. And so we're gonna take our. Do I want to add any other umami in here? I'm gonna live with this as this. And I'm going to pat those dry after rinsing them. Probably thinks it's good for her skin. Which it could be. I think the science is not solved on a lot of that. No, that hasn't happened yet, Clockwork. I'm happy to hear your thoughts on if it's pecan or pecan. And no, I'm not referring to that bottle under half the gamers listening on stream. I knew someone in college that did that. It was disgusting. Trying to keep it mostly off of the sides and just on the top. Let's see if I can't get the last of this. Let's seem a little thin at the top on this one. Yeah. Just in the aim of using all of it up. I say pecans. At least that's what I think I say. It's what I say when I'm thinking about it. Listening to what I say while streaming has wide awakened me to the things you say versus the things you think you say. Alright, so salmon's set. Bread is proofing nicely. I think it's time to roll out and make our pie dough. You're going in the oven too. I'm making buns on Christmas. I'm just folding this to get it together a little bit and help develop the layers a little bit. A little lamination style folding here. And I think I need to get some flour on this. Hi, Ozzy. Welcome, welcome. Time to relax. Ozzy missed me putting bourbon in everything. Dinner with Mom, thank you. Greatly appreciate the resub. Hopefully you're having a lovely holiday dinner with Mom. And thank you for stopping by. Still wondering why I've got a new cat. Why is it my cat? Ow! A double sub! The Mind of Z and Uber Superfly both re-upping. Thank you for those subs. Or is that a new sub, Uber? Thank you. So I'm going to fold up onto the edge of the pie tin. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you for all of those, Ozzy. Thank you for all of those, Ozzy. Yeah, it doesn't show me when I'm looking over here. It only shows me in OBS. My apologies, kind sir. Thank you, thank you. Are you, Buns? Just keeping that light on tonight. Thank you, Ozzy. There's something to be said for taking your time for making a decision then. Or, giving your brain a vacation somehow. So you can figure out. I'm going to egg seal the bottom even though it shouldn't technically need that. Do have to make sure our oven's actually going here. That'd be a good thing to have started. Thank you for the follow. Dope. There we go. Egg wash done. Now for our lovely bourbon sugar pecan filling. Now, some people advocate putting the pecans down first. I'm putting down this first, and then the pecans on top. Thank you, chat. I'm down with pecans. This is a good dinner choice for tonight, especially this time of year too. Like, we be in nut season. It's looking like the maybe could have used a bit more fill-in for that pie. Like, I could throw more nuts in there, but yeah, not worth having a pecan pie be nothing but pecans. No one wants that. Thank you, Will. Appreciate that. That's essentially what it is, Zeeks. It's essentially a sugar custard pie, or a brown sugar custard pie, with pecans. This is actually sort of a low egg count pecan pie. There was only 3 of them in there, plus the extra one I used for the coating of the crust. I've done recipes with way more eggs than that. So this is going to rise a little bit from the eggs, but I don't expect it to... I'm a little worried that the crust to pie ratio is a little off tonight, but I do like the way it's coming out looking otherwise. Bread. Time for our fold. guess it depends on the crust for me. Or maybe it depends on my mood, Zeeks. Because sometimes I absolutely love just sitting there munching on crust, and other times it's like, oh, there's so much. I don't really know for sure what does it for me either. That was first fold there, but we're going to do one more and then put it onto parchment here. Parchment on the counter here. Gonna put a light dusting of bread flour on the parchment instead of cornmeal. I guess I could have ground up more pecans, put pecans on the bottom. Be a little worried they're gonna burn though, so I'm gonna stick with the flour. And I don't think I'm gonna do another fold on this. This is stayed together pretty nicely. It wants to stick to everything, but otherwise we're doing okay here. Do a little shaping. We'll let that hang out once again. Relatively flour free tonight. Did pretty good for handling all that flour and I guess the night's not over, but I forgot I had that. Hey, well, you know, I'm going to use eggs again. That's our 350-degree oven for our pie. Pie be going in. Set the timer for 45 minutes. Can take a bit longer. We'll have to take a look at it and see where it is when we get there. And I want to reuse this bowl. right where I wanted that. Making mayo time. Making mayo. Welcome in, Tansy. Advice to overthinkers. Don't overthink it. Normally that question would cut me off and I would try to come up with some long answer to it. But that's sort of the butt of the joke, I think. I'm just getting tired. I'm gonna skip that. Well, do I add vinegar? Smallest little couple of drops there of vinegar. Salt. MSG. Worcestershire sauce. You already saw me add the Dijon. And, oh, we're going with the salmon here, so I'm going to go with maple instead of honey for my sugar. That's going to have to be a little bit thicker. Did my mic die? Oh no, you can still hear me. Okay. Seemed like my lav mic got really quiet there. All right, that's where we want our salad cream, we'll call it. sliding on me tonight. That's more than enough there anyways. That's about all I need for that. Rest we'll save for something else here. You any better looking? I hope. A little better. It's certainly not overpowering. I can smell it. Sonoma County is actually an ideal climate and temperate and all that. It's supposed to be an ideal place for celery. We don't grow any celery here, but apparently it's supposed to be like perfect. Like, even there's a couple of farmers I know from the farmers markets that'll do celery, but most of them don't touch it. Almost everything there for our last thing we need here for this. Some dried cherries. So we just need to add our leftover salmon to this, and we'll have our salmon salad sandwich ready to go. With our fresh bread. Why you Mr. Wiggling? He's looking at me. He's turned off and not moving around, but he's looking at me. Yeah, that happens actually pretty frequently. And I don't know, there's hand signals. And so, like, if I put my hands up like this, it stops tracking. I don't know all the hand commands, though. And so, I don't know how to get it to start again. Drink time. You're kidding me. I have no ice at all. I did this to myself. Well, my ice machine, besides being broken, patched together, is very noisy, has always been very noisy. And two, it does much more ice than I regularly need. I only grab a couple of ice cubes here and there. And so I turned it off a lot of the time. And so it was off. That'd be glued shut. Cheers, folks. Not a bad and old-fashioned, not my favorite. We got one more dish to put together here. And otherwise, we're just chilling. Not dropping frames on my end. We're looking actually pretty good as far as the network on my end tonight. Let me check with Twitch too. See what Twitch is saying. Nah, I'm getting 600 kilobytes per second. I think that might have been Twitch, folks. Or your connection to Twitch. My Booker and Dex Ice Cube, Silicone Cube is doing an alright job cooling that down. Normally it's not my favorite choice for that. It's okay for maintaining glass temp, but Buffalo Trace. Did I win a prize? I found down here. What bourbon you got? I got a pack of pretty colored carrots here. No, it's a little more like saying male human, but in chicken terms. So, male chicken. Ooh, that's a good rubber band. We'll keep that one. Cut these a bit closer to the top. salt, MSG, pepper, any other seasonings we want to do here? Maybe a little garlic. And cayenne. You all can still see me, right? Thank you, Will. Maybe it's all locally on my computer. Let's see here. And it may not be here. Media docs. Huh. See if Start shows it. Guess I don't have any more. I guess I got rid of it. Okay, so we won't do that. I had another video that I was going to try and show you, but that ain't going to happen. At least not tonight. I'm going to do it in the future, but it's going to take me researching it again and downloading it probably again. Unless it's on my other computer, which I don't think it is. Streaming related stuff is either all here or on my NAS. Got another 6 minutes on this pecan pie before we do our first check on that. Maraschino cherry juice. Yum, 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 yum. Making sure to liquefy all that sugar on the rim so that it really gets a good seal again, and next time it's impossible to get off. That was a power flicker that I did not like seeing. I don't know, maybe we're getting some wins? I think that storm that everyone's talking about, it's actually sort of past the west coast at this point. I glanced at the pie. It's not ready. So I'm raising that up to a 15-minute. I'm gonna try and soak up some of this juice that's seeping out of our lovely salmon. Likely stuff from the salt and sugar being pulled out of the fish. Or the fish liquefying the sugars. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this extra syrup. I might end up, I don't know if it's good for them or bad. They say that you shouldn't put anything with it, but I'm tempted to give it to the hummingbirds. I'm gonna saute off a little bit of these onions here and just throw them with the rest of it since I don't know, I can. So what's everyone thinking of dinner so far tonight? We're reaching that, it's in the oven point of the evening because we're gonna have to do that for a couple dishes tonight. We got the pecan that we're currently waiting on. Or the pecan pie that we're waiting on currently. And I'm going to attempt to do the bread and everything else. But I'm gonna have to make sure and get that oven nice and hot before we throw everything else in there. So it's going to be finish the pecan pie, crank the oven, and then wait for the oven, and then put all the good food in, new dinner food in the oven and wait for that to bake. And I went and already finished my prep for the leftovers ahead of time. So I'm just gonna sweat these onions out and use them as something to put my salmon on top of. If I was in a restaurant and had a little bit wider variety of things sitting around the house, I'd probably be using leeks for this. I love using leeks as a bed for various different products. Various different things. But going back to talking about celery. Celery salt's got a wide range of things to do with it. Welcome, Raiders. Double raid. Double alert. Double the fun. Hey, Mr. Wild. Mr. Wild Starfish. Thank you for that raid. Hey, BU. Thank you for that raid. Welcome in. Thank you for sharing your communities. Hopefully you're both doing lovely. What have we been up to? We playing games, we doing music, ASMR. I happen to be trying to burn some onions back here while working on making dishes using pecans tonight. I'm just cooking these onions through mostly because I had them already. So for tonight, we're using pecans and everything. It's my ingredient challenge night. Chat voted on pecans in the Discord. We have sitting on the stove, ready to go in the oven, sitting off to the side here. We have some pecan crusted salmon, which will sit on these onions eventually. We've got pecan bread here on the counter. I've got some carrots that I'm planning to roast and serve with pecans and goat cheese. And then, since we're gonna have leftovers from the salmon, I have a setup here. I made my own salad cream from scratch, and then added some sweet onions, some celery, some dried cherries, and some pecans in here. And this is going to be where my leftover salmon goes, so that we have leftover salmon salad sandwiches for tomorrow. And lastly, we're waiting another 6-7 minutes on the pecan pie that's in the oven. So thank you so much for that raid. Hopefully you're all having a lovely evening. We're also listening to some relaxed, quiet, too quiet, let me know. Music, it's all holiday themed tonight. If you missed last night's show, we made dried candied blood oranges. Those are completely dried at this point. I didn't want to dry them that much. I over dried them. And then we've got cookies. The chocolate chippers that didn't get consumed. And sugar cookies waiting for their decorations. Sugar cookies spread a little too much. They lost their shapes a little too much. And then I'm sipping on a sort of homemade old-fashioned. If you look at this giant pot that I have underneath the salmon here, that's all sugar syrup. And that's because I used that to get the sugar into the oranges, and then I reduced it down until it was just sugar again. So it's orange flavored sugar, essentially, at this point, or syrup. And I use that with a little bit of bourbon, a little bit of Buffalo Trace bourbon, and maraschino cherry. Yeah. Welcome in, Mythic Gamer. Thank you for I appreciate that. I didn't even get into a second bag. I bought 2 of these, planning to go heavy on the pecans. And I still got a handful in there. So I hope everyone's having a lovely Wednesday. Everyone getting ready to have some time off or go party, go hang out with family, I hope. Thank you so much for the rates. I hope you have a lovely evening. Enjoy. That I do, Mythic. It follows me around. Make sure I have to have the bathroom door closed before I start the stream. Unfortunately, it's also working off a webcam, so we do get an occasional flash to the screen. That's entirely something I hope to fix in the near future, but we're living with it at the moment. If you want the full tour, yes, we have the bathroom back here. We have the laundry over here. My overflowing trash and recycling, and my bedroom to this direction. Welcome in. Vampire Survivors. I missed the. I asked and I missed the response. That sounds downright Halloweeny. Appreciate that, Mythic. Been doing it for quite a while now. It's been quite interesting. Been a fun trip. I enjoy streaming still. So let's see here. 40 seconds. Let's take a look at this pie. That ready to come out. I think I want to give that a little bit longer. As in, I'm going to give it another 10 minutes. And actually, I'm going to take this moment to take my AFK tonight. I greatly appreciate the raid. We're going to be doing... I'm going to come back and we'll be starting on the other stuff and we'll pull the pineapple. The pecan pie out of the oven. Made from scratch. Scratch dough, scratch everything. Like we do here. And I hope to see you back here in a little less than 10 minutes. We aren't going to go full set of the old school adverts.
Teamwork. And here's a team of junior spacemen with an out-of-this-world breakfast that teams up V8 juice and Cheerios for flavor and energy. What a treat! A flavorful glassful of refreshing V8 juice and Cheerios with power protein, plus vitamin B1 for Go Power. And now, here's a special out-of-this-world free offer. This Moon Rocket Kit, both a toy and an exciting game. First, blast off. It separates in midair and lands 2 spacemen on a moon map. You get this wonderful game only through this free offer. Send your name and address and 1 V8 label plus 1 box top from these specially marked packages of Cheerios, Kix, or Frostios to Moon Rocket Kit, Mount Vernon 10, New York. Get Campbell's V8 cocktail vegetable juice with any one of these Big G cereals.
If you've ever been to Venice, you remember the gondolas and the picturesque waterways. And you remember the food, too. Superb food prepared with that very special Italian touch. The same special Italian touch that Chef Boyardee sauce with meat can give to your meals over here. Because the recipe for this tangy sauce has been brought over from Italy by this famous Italian chef. Chef Boyardee sauce with meat is made from juicy, sun-ripened tomatoes and tender quality beef, simmered in a spicy sauce that makes a rice and cheese loaf, a casserole, or a spaghetti dish a real Italian-style dish. So when you'd like to add that special Italian touch to your dinner, do it with Chef Boyardee sauce with meat. Try Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms, too. Both are prepared from the chef's own Italian recipe.
Now, a new creation from Seal Test. Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions. Handy envelopes bring you brand new convenience and ease. Zip, it's open, quick and neat. Just the amount you need, the easy way to serve cottage cheese. The rest stays moist and creamy, ready for next time.
Are they handy? Cottage cheese in ready-to-serve portions.
So easy to use, quick, and no bother at all.
The rest stays really fresh, moist and creamy.
Yes, serving cottage cheese was never as easy as this. Seal Test's new square package with handy, ready-to-serve portions. Zip, it's open, simple as can be. The rest stays moist and creamy fresh. You'll love Seal Test cottage cheese in new, ready-to-serve portions. Get some soon.
Hey, kids, look what's new. A brand new cereal just for you. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package. See? Inside, delicious, crispy, crinkly stars. And outside, a real storybook. All about Twinkles, the magic elephant. See him fly with his rotor tail. Watch him do tricks with his magic trunk. Meet Twinkle's friends, Fulton the inventor, Sanford the parrot, Wilbur the monkey, and more. Read all about their adventures on every storybook package of Twinkles. And wait till you taste those golden little stars, filled with the goodness of energy oats and corn. Remember, only Twinkles has the storybook package. Just tear the magic line and your storybook opens. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotty's. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
It's the newest, most exciting sound in town. It's a General Electric blender that's gone around. Completely new from base to lid. Take it apart, see what they did. The non-skid base is the lowest you'll ever see.
The decanter has a 36-ounce blending capacity.
The non-spill lid is really smart. For blending convenience, it comes apart. Add additional ingredients, if you will. Look, no splash, see no spill. Put them all together and you know it's true. The General Electric blender is best for you. If you want to know another reason why,
It's only 10 1/2 inches high.
stores easily on the counter or on a shelf. There's 1,000 things you can make yourself.
Make party spreads,
Great white cabbage heads. Blend the meatloaf for a family of 8. Make ice-cold drinks you'll appreciate. Now's the time for you to buy the General Electric blender.
Did he say only 10 1/2 inches high?
And now, from the popular comic strip Peanuts, here are Charlie Brown and his friend.
Why, thank you, Charlie Brown. Thank you, Charlie Brown.
What's the occasion? Has Charlie Brown had another baby sister?
No. Ford has new economy twins, so he's passing out chocolate cigars to everyone.
Everyone?
Yes, everyone.
You bet your boots, everyone. 'Cause it's just like they said. We've got something big to celebrate. And here it is, Ford's Economy Twins for 1960. The economy choice of a lifetime. Oh, I'll bet you've never seen a prettier twosome than this. There's the new size Ford, the Falcon. And next to it, the large economy size Ford, the Fairlane 500. You know, the 60 Fords were featured in the recent issue of Vogue magazine. And when you run your eyes over the elegant good looks of this Fairlane 500, it's sure easy to see why Vogue says Ford means a fashion success. And all this all-new beauty is yours for an all-new price. That's right. This roomier, more luxurious Fairlane 500 is actually priced a whopping $142 less than last year. And as for this pretty Falcon over here, well, just wait till you check its price sticker. It's America's lowest priced 6-passenger car. In fact, it's priced up to $124 less than the other compact cars. Look them over in your Ford dealer showroom. 2 new Fords, 2 wonderful new ways to go the finest. Ford's Economy Twins for 1960.
Everybody needs energy-packed Sunbeam bread. Yes, it's all aboard for fun in the park, but Junior hasn't got energy enough for fun. He'd sure like to ride that horse. Hey, what's this? An energy-packed Sunbeam sandwich. You bet every delicious slice of Sunbeam bread sure does pack a big energy wallop. There's nothing like Sunbeam Energy to help you stay on the beam. Now, look at them go. On Sunbeam Energy, they sure do enjoy life. Everybody needs the kind of real zip and zing pep that delicious Sunbeam bread gives you. Yes, stay on the beam with energy-packed Sunbeam bread. All day long, eat Sunbeam bread and renew energy as you burn it up. Eat delicious Sunbeam bread.
All right. The timer just went off for our pie here. Come on, wake up, camera. There we go. Let's take another look at this pie. It'd be poofy. This is going to settle. I'm just going to let you know ahead of time. This is going to collapse quite a bit from this. But it is nicely poofed up here. And it's actually, I would say, even if not slightly higher than the crust. Excuse me as I try to hiccup and burp at the same time, I guess. But as the eggs cool, they'll deflate some. And so hopefully this will come back to being just about right. I was really worried about this being underfilled. And it's looking like, unless it massively collapses, we're gonna do okay. We're doing okay. I was worried that maybe I should have tried the smaller pie tin, because I grabbed the largest one that I have. Let's get that oven up to temp for our bread and everything else. Our bread, our salmon, our carrots. Going to take these lovely parts that I'm going to use to bake the bread, sort of warm from the oven, and throw them in the oven to continue warming up. And we'll wait for that oven to come up to temp. Like I said, we're sort of in a waiting pattern. We're waiting on the oven. It's the fun part of cooking on stream. It's the in the oven dance time. Did I run through my playlist already tonight? No, I guess it's still playing. I just can't hear it right now. I don't have a great... Can I boost it anymore on my earbuds here? Nope, we're maxed out on my earbuds. Zeeks. I guess I'm drinking tonight. We had all those gift subs earlier tonight. I have the right to celebrate, I think. I don't know, maybe it's because I've been drinking, but that tastes smoother to me than the old-fashioned tastes to me. And an old-fashioned is supposed to be smoother than just straight bourbon. So I think the oven's already telling me it's 425, which I consider it's lying. And so I'm gonna give this a good 10 minutes to make sure that it's up to temp before we go into throwing other things in there. See if I can find the lid for this thing. Hey, Cosmic. This is getting overproofed. This has been sitting too long. That is ready to go in the oven 20 minutes ago. But I'm going to take the rest of my salmon salad sandwich filling and throw that in the fridge. And we'll try and get Mr. Wiggles to start listening to me. Mr. Wiggles, what are you doing? Why are you over here? We're supposed to be over here. Sometimes I just don't understand you, Mr. Wiggles. So we've already gone down considerably from where we were. This has already gone down. At least I would say it's gone down almost an inch. I know it's sort of hard to show on the top-down camera how much this is decompressing, or settling. I'm just now realizing I probably want more time on these carrots than I do on the bread or on the... I'm going to do the bread with the carrots because I can pull it out earlier and it needs to go in the oven. The carrots... Yeah, so we'll wait on the salmon. We'll give a good 10-20 minutes with the bread before we add the salmon into the oven here. I'm sort of trying to push down the sides or push in the sides a little bit because it's doing one of these. It's sort of caving towards the center now, and I want the whole thing to be somewhat even height. Excuse me. I don't know if that came across on the mics, but my stomach's gurgling. I'd be hungry. Now this making me want to break into that. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead with our bread and our carrots here. And so I'm gonna make my slice on my bread, even though it's not really necessary at this point. And pull out our pan here. To our preheated Dutch oven. Throw our bread in there just like that. And back into the oven with the lid on top. And we'll throw the carrots in on bottom. And setting the timer for 20 minutes. See what we got going on here. I need to start another vote on Discord, don't I? Looking at the Discord here. Are we doing... Let me look at my calendar here. Are we doing an ingredient challenge next week with the holiday? We are. To the 28th. I already checked if there's any fours. There aren't, so we're starting from the top down. So we're doing paneer versus caviar for the start of the year. As always, chat, vote for your favorite for next Wednesday in the Discord. Whether we're making paneer for dinner and dessert, or we're using caviar. I can tell you right now, if I'm using caviar, there's probably white chocolate involved. Hopefully that's showing. Yeah, okay. Wasn't sure it was showing up in OBS. We've had a couple of good votes here in the last batch here. The ketchup versus pecans. I'm not really surprised everyone voted for pecans, but ketchup versus pecans was a nice vote. And squid versus red snapper. Chicken salt versus fried chicken. Like we've had like everything's matching up here. We got peanut M&Ms versus Nutella, and durian versus acai berries. Like, all of these votes lately have been, like, direct competitors. So this is almost a little bit of a departure from that. Because these are equal, they're entirely different things, though. They're not so much... I think they're both great topics for the beginning of a year, which we're going to be really close to. But I also don't know where I'm going to buy paneer, because I think of that as a dish, and what is the strict definition of paneer? Type of curd cheese used in Indian, Iranian, and Afghani cooking. Okay, so I probably should be able to find that in the Middle Eastern market. Not that I really have a Middle Eastern market in Sonoma, but... Anyone have anything that I have to cook for the holidays in this next week? I dedicated this next week to like holiday foods, and I'm planning on doing a holiday dinner for myself on Christmas. But I've left it sort of open at this point as to what I want to do with it. And so if anyone's got anything that like, this is what you do for Christmas, this is what you do for Hanukkah, this is what you do for your holiday, I'd love to hear it in the Discord. Duck gumbo. I like me some duck. I don't think I've had a duck gumbo. That sounds tasty. I really liked the gumbo that I made earlier this year. Some duck would go well with that. Hopefully you liked yours. Thanksgiving duck was quite tasty. That was good stuff. For some reason, it's got me thinking of the rabbit stew I made for Easter a couple of years ago, and I almost want to give that another shot. Maybe not for Easter this year. I don't want to make Bun Buns feel upset, but I have recently seen a resurgence of like, this generation seems to be discovering that chickens are a man-made generated thing, and that they've greatly changed in size and how fast they grow since the 1950s. I wanted to show a video that I have that shows the US government's like plan to push chickens to be edible meat, because prior 1940s and before, chickens were really mostly there for the eggs. You didn't raise chickens to eat the chickens. You raised them to make eggs for you to do everything else. So paneer, I could use a fresh acid. I could use a fresh, it sounds almost like a farmer's cheese. I've used paneer before, but I don't really remember using it, and I don't remember how it worked out. And so that could be a good challenge for me, but again, it's cheese. Cheese works with everything. Caviar dessert. Like I said, white chocolate does go with caviar. It's something I've tried several times now. I'm absolutely not trying to steer chat towards using Paneer as their choice because of the cost difference. Absolutely not. Tired of waiting. Can I go on my computer and go watch Twitch or Twitter or Reddit or... I don't like waiting for the oven. I still want to rush these last 3 minutes on this, but I know that I can't. What have I done with my phone? It's our timer for our bread. Going to take the lid off of our bread off. Allow that to hang out a bit longer. And in its place, we're going to throw in our salmon. And we got another 20-minute wait. Woohoo! Oh, come on, Scramble. You gotta be kidding me. That one got me. Like, there's a J, but there's no T. Like, what words out there have a J and no T? Other than Jason. That was warm. That was a dumb move. That was a good way to burn myself. Dijonnaise, of course, they give me a word about mustard. That was a good way to burn myself, I'm relatively certain. I just burnt my index and thumb fingers trying to grab that pan top that was just out of a 400-degree oven. I know, it's so simple and short. Damn it. It's not serious, it's just gonna annoy me for the next day or two. Another raid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Dragon's Lair. It's been a minute. Hopefully you're doing well. Love to see you, Ches. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Welcome in, everyone. We're doing pecans as an ingredient challenge tonight. So I'm using pecans to make dinner and dessert. We've got our pecan pie finished and hanging out here for all of you to lovely see. Everything else is in the oven. Actually, I take that back. I'm lying to you. We have our prep for our leftovers. I've made a salad cream, some sweet onions, some celery, some dried cherries, and some pecans. This is what our leftover salmon is going to go into. In the oven, we have bourbon, pecan, and brown sugar crusted salmon. We have seasoned carrots roasting. And we have pecan bread baking. Pecan bread overproofed a bit, so I don't know how well it's gonna poof. But we got some nice looking bread. We got some salmon. We got some veggies to go along with it, and we got dessert. Thank you for the raid, Dragon's Lair. I make the assumption we're doing art. What were we coming from? What were we all just watching? And unfortunately, I just burnt my hand for the worst that I have in quite a while on stream. My index finger and thumb here are throbbing a bit because I was silly and grabbed that cast iron you see just above the pecan pie there. That was with the bread and in a 400-degree oven. So my hand is hurting a little bit right now, but I'm gonna live. It's not gonna be. You can see it's not gonna scar me. Hopefully you're all having a lovely evening. Welcome Wednesday. We do have another 12 minutes until we're pulling out that bread, that salmon, those carrots. Are you East Coast? I don't even know how to properly pronounce Chisara Kaze. Sort of like a cross between cheese and kamikaze. I actually just put a new ingredient challenge vote up in the Discord for next week. And one of the ingredients in the challenge is paneer. Speaking of cheese. So next week I might be working with paneer, depending on how people vote. Cheesera Carey Kaze. Cheesera Kaze. I should point out that this is not the first drink that I've had tonight. I'm streaming. Everything's fine when they're streaming. And if it ain't broke, you ain't doing it right. There's 5 gazillion things I want to fix about my stream right now. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We're just hanging out here. We're all sort of lurking. I'm waiting. We got about 9.5 minutes, a little over 9.5 minutes until we finish up the dinner tonight. We finish up the stream. That was on the better half of dad jokes from the generator. Unfortunately, no. Well, fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, because I really don't want to start another business out here. But unfortunately, because I'm not doing that day to day. So, most certainly in my past, but not today. I don't know if I would be able to handle doing a stream and being a chef at the same time. There's a few out there that say they're doing it, and I give them all the props for doing both. But between shopping and planning and all the other stream stuff, I don't know that it's... I don't know that it's really feasible. But welcome in. Happy to have you in here. And thank you for the follow. I'm going to take a look in here because I'm not loving the smells that I'm having out of here right now. I'm worried that something's cooking too hot here. I guess we're okay. Something's smelling like it's cooking too hot. Little goat cheese with our roasted carrots. Quick go-to meal. It's sort of changed over the years. Back in the day, it would be any type of fried rice because it's great for using up stuff in the kitchen, whatever you have in the fridge. Nowadays, probably chicken and rice, just to speed, ease, flavor, enjoyment. I will eat chicken and rice every day of the week. I don't want to eat it every day of the week. I want some variety in there, but I'm not going to be unhappy with it. Chicken and rice is what I made last night when I was doing all the cookies up and doing other stuff. Ramen's not a bad one. Ramen's my sort of like my I typically I need to throw out the ramen that I have because of how old the ramen I have is. But ramen, instant ramen is sort of like one of my safety security foods to have around. I mean, it was such a thing in college. Even though I went to culinary school, it was still such a thing in college. This house isn't looking smoky at all to me. It's not looking smoky at all to me. There's no smoke at all going on here right now. Just to let you know, it's a figment of your imagination. This room is not getting more cloudy. It is going to be food related, Ches. So may not be English food related because it's an international dictionary. Not just being deaf. I mean, I'm sure there's a certain segment of people that just love having a little animation or action on their second monitor while they're working on stuff, and so that way they can actually pick up on, join back into the conversation without having to listen to all of it. Even though the captions are, yeah. Alright, we're going to need stuff to bring this stuff out here. We're getting close to our finish here. Throw a couple of hand towels and stuff to hold stuff as it comes out of the oven. I'm not sure what that word is, and that's only 5 letters. It's gonna be something simple that we're all like, really? Saute. Really? That's yeah. Yeah, that's why we had the word scramble, folks. Oh, that's certainly me. In one eye, out the other ear. Probably spend an hour a day staring at my phone and don't remember any of it a day. Alright, let's see what I burnt. We can start with the carrots. Carrots are overcooked. Salmon's okay. And the bread didn't rise nearly as much as I would like. Like, those carrots are done. I've done this exact recipe for carrots before. I don't know what happened here. These carrots are done. These carrots are beyond done. They're as black as the slate plate. So we're following in my trend here the last week or two of me feeling like I'm not winning very well. I'm not doing a lot of winning and dinners. But let's do the salmon instead, since these carrots are absolutely done for. I'm not going to waste the cheese on these. The pie has turned out quite nice. Let's see which one of these do I want to take of the salmon. I'll take that. That looks yummy. That looks properly cooked We got a little bit of dark on the crust, but I'm fine with that. That's within reason. That's acceptable. This, that is not acceptable. So we'll take a photo of the salmon. And that'll be in the Discord. We got a photo of the pecan pie already in the Discord. Let's take a photo of the bread. Well, let's see how the bread turned out here. Let's get the bread cut. It's rather quick to cut into the bread, but almost dropped that on the floor. That looks flatter than when I put it in the oven. Like I said, this is slightly overproofed. Well, this is definitely overproofed, but this is what happens when you overproof bread. Too dense. It collapsed on itself. It'll still work fine as a bread, but we want more nooks and crannies. We want more. We want more air in there, which is sort of funny considering that, like I said, it's overproofed. I let it sit too long, and that was because we were waiting on the pie in the oven. But that'll work lovely for our sandwiches tomorrow, so I'm okay with that. Our salmon's looking delicious, and so I'm happy for dinner tonight. Could it have been better? Most certainly. What do we think, chat? Did I pass using pecans for dinner and dessert, considering our pecan pie back here, and our salmon, and our bread? We'll try and forget the carrots. Yeah, it is. Nice, Trigger. I'm glad you're not stuck without it. Hopefully you didn't go out and buy meat when you didn't need it. I know you were talking about having to go and do that. I'm glad to hear that, Trigger. Yeah, let me know how you think about it. I've long wondered whether trying Butcher Box would be a good idea for myself or not. I think I'm going to stick to buying larger cuts of meat, but for people in general, it might be a good suggestion. Oh, Mythic, thank you for the suggestion. This is most certainly not the first time I've done this in the oven, and I am rather actually surprised at how roasted these got, because I did this very similarly not even a month ago, different seasonings. Like I marinated them with different things and stuff like. But this isn't sugar. That oven was just rocking tonight. But I think I am going to call it a night here tonight. I don't know why I just got that Windows sound. I apologize for that. It looks like the one person I was thinking about rating is wrapping up already. And so I think I'm gonna call it a night there, folks. I'm not gonna raid anyone tonight. Greatly appreciate all the raids we got tonight. Thank you for joining in, everyone. Thank you for those. Gonna have to give you all raids here in the future. I hope you all have a lovely evening. I will be back here on Friday. Gonna be cooking more holiday foods all this next week. Gonna be cooking chicken dinner on Christmas. I hope you come back to join me for those. We have the new ingredient vote going on in the Discord. If you want to join in and vote for that, that's great. Love to have you. And I hope you all have a lovely evening tonight. Hope to see you back soon. Good night.